welcome to Zolly Overloaded. This is a show about how I started to learn how to use a handgun and firearms. And today I have a pistol that I'm going to show you and talk about and sort of review my experience with it. A little bit about myself. I have sort of became interested in learning how to use a pistol just from one day I woke up and I literally just said I wanted to learn how to shoot. It's just something I was interested in. Although I never really previously had that interest, I think it was more my legal background, going to law school. I'm interested in the Second Amendment, and just sort of reading about those sorts of issues sort of just gave me I just kind of wanted firsthand knowledge. But then that opened the door to my husband when I said that, and we went from 15 years of not ever even touching a firearm to owning them.
Close your eyes, Marge. I've got a surprise for you. Okay, open your eyes. Hey, it's a handgun! Isn't it great? This is the trigger, and this is the thing you point at whenever you want to die.
Homer, I don't want guns in my house.
But he has plenty of experience in his background, so I figured after he purchased me this pistol I'm going to tell you about, that I should probably learn everything I can about them. And moreover, mostly because that way when he does buy another gun, he can't say, I already had that, you know, what are you talking about? That I already own that. That's the same one. No, I just changed a part in it. You know, now I'll know exactly what he's talking about. So, you know, just a little added incentive, I suppose. But this is the Sig P365, and most people know it's kind of the gun of choice you get for your female partner. It's because it's small and it's easy to use and easy to handle, and the grip's smaller. Well, I call this my divorce pistol. And the reason why I call it my divorce pistol is because I requested my husband on our 15-year anniversary to get me a ring. I really just wanted, you know, a piece of jewelry besides my wedding ring that I could wear around, because you know, something a little more simple, but that I really enjoyed. And I like to golf a lot, so I just wanted something that was a little flatter, and you know, when I was playing golf, it didn't get in the way. And so that was a year and a half ago for our 15-year anniversary. I was expecting a ring, and we ended up getting him a firearm. And then a year later, you know, I'm not sure what happened there, but this Christmas is what it was. He handed me this case, and I thought, okay, well, that's kind of big for a ring box, but it could be a jewelry box, and it has the same shape. So, I mean, see, it definitely could have been a jewelry box. So I'm like, okay, well, that's awesome. I've been wanting a new jewelry box. I'm sort of sentimental that way, and I was kind of hoping. But then I opened it, and it was a pistol, and I was pissed. Yeah, I was pissed. I was pissed about this pistol. At first, I just completely did not believe that he actually purchased it for me, and that it wasn't just his, and he was trying to figure out last minute, oh no, what do I get my wife? Oh crap, you know, I know people get this for their wife, I'll just, you know. But then again, knowing him, he really does love to include me in all of his hobbies and what he enjoys doing, and he really likes me to be on board with what he enjoys doing. So I, after thinking about it, I realized, no, he always has included me in his hobbies. And so this is just him saying, hey, I want to include you in this new hobby that I have, which is due to you opening the door one day and in a random statement about how you wanted to learn how to use a firearm. So back to the Sig 365. So the P365 is really awesome, actually. It really has it's nice and small and thin. It has a really great handle on it. It's small, and you can change out this parts. So I mean, it could hold 10 bullets, or it can hold 15 with this extender. This has a pinky extender on it, which is awesome. But I mean, the first thing you want to do, obviously, is always check to make sure it's not loaded. It took me a while to learn how to slide this back, but I finally came up with a system where I do like that, and nice and close, and I look to see. And it's actually really hard for me. That I could not do that for quite some time, especially when I first got it. But I've shot probably 300 plus rounds, and I've never had a problem with it getting stuck or caught, or a failure to fire or anything like that. So it's been pretty cool in that way. And so it seems pretty dang reliable, and you can always change the different parts. This is plastic, but you can you can always get a different base, different steel base if you want, or aluminum, excuse me.
No safety on this one.
Oh, I thought you got the safety for this.
I did, but I don't have the pin in, so don't worry about it. We'll get that resolved.
Oh, the duck, that's right.
I see it.
I think that was a little harder for me.
But you see your grouping there? It's on the left-hand side. You were shooting in the same spot. Train with. So there you go. There's another round. This is the heavier ammunition. Give this a try.
Okay.
Nice job. So you like that bigger magazine? A little more grip.
Yeah, it's definitely different, right?
But it's a smaller gun for your hand. That's the P365. Oh, you got him right in the head that time. Yeah, you got it.
But yeah, I think that for all intents and purposes, I finally believe that my husband did actually get me this gun for Christmas, and I'm glad about it. And it really got me enjoying this new hobby. And so if you're interested in following me and learning kind of yourself along with me, that'd be awesome. But it's just a learning process, and I'm excited to just share that with you. One thing, but I should say the things that I dislike. Okay, so in the past, before I got this gun for Christmas, I was shooting some still heavier guns, and they just seemed really big. And so I was sort of excited to shoot this small gun, But then when it came down to it, I didn't really much care for it, frankly. Though it has a small chamber and those sorts of things, the felt recoil is really intense because of the gun's lightweight. And I know you can sort of change that up with the grain of the bullet, but even then, it had a little too much felt recoil for me, especially when you're trying to shoot really quickly. It kind of can just be too snappy for me. So, you know, and I'll be doing some more reviews of some other guns I've purchased since then, or that I've tried. So I think that you can change that out, change it out, and I could get one that's aluminum, and maybe that would help. And I'll probably do that, but I think it runs like $300 to do that. So I don't know if I like it well enough to invest that, or just sell it and get something that's a little larger, with a larger grip. And I'll be, you know, definitely talking with you a different day about those. But on my other purchases, the other negative I don't like about this, which is easy to change, it didn't have the safety on it, and I'm super big about safety. I just like that extra step. I know some people think, well, if you have, and it doesn't have a hammer, so it just kind of seems like if you don't have a safety and it doesn't have a hammer, making it harder to pull that trigger, then that just, it makes me a little weary. But all in all, I can see why people recommend the P365 to ladies, especially because it would be a great concealed carry. With regard to the clothing out there, I have not seen very much that I even would think that I'd want to use to conceal carry. I would really love to have some maybe more practical conceal carry clothing out there. But for now, and I have seen some things, but and it could just be that I'm not comfortable quite yet with that notion of even carrying one. Usually it's in its case unless I'm at the range, and then it's on the table at the range type thing. But I'm actually really excited to try some different ones that might fit my personality a little bit more, or comfort level, I should say. So do I sell this? I don't know, because it kind of forever will be like my divorce pistol, and that's sort of significant for me. And it's fun. It's fun to joke around about, you know, because we all do things like that. And in the end, I am really happy that I got this pistol instead of a ring, because it really has been able to broaden my view and help me to have just that fun hobby with your spouse at the end of the day. At any rate, I'm going to make some comparison videos. I recently purchased a Walther, so stay tuned for that, and I'll be comparing it with a Ruger and just all sorts of things. So but I think for now I'll probably keep this P365 and just divorce the things I dislike about it, and maybe, like I said, just get the component part so I can get aluminum instead and try it out, just because now it has sort of sentimental value, and it's fun to tell the story that I got a gun for Christmas instead of a ring. Well, thank you so much, and I hope you keep following me, and like, subscribe, and comment. Please comment, and just feed the algorithm for me, since it's a new show, and that would be really helpful. And so cheers, keep shooting.